Hey guys, welcome back. Today's gonna be a little different day. We're gonna veer off from all the rogue challenges. Gonna kind of come back to some of the stuff that I just do on a consistent basis and some of the improvements I've made over the last 2 years for getting the cardio, specifically my hunt cardio, up to par. So what our objective is we've been building with body weight for a little while, and we went and did some scouting and whatnot. Now we're back to training module, and we've done body weight on step-ups, and that's specifically what I've found to be the quickest for getting elevation gains hammered down. So being able to get up the mountain as quick as you can, you really got to building high power in the legs and hips. It makes it so even if your lungs are fatiguing, your legs aren't fatiguing when you're out there in the mountains. So you can still be gassed with breath, then that just means your VO2 max is just still too low and your zone 2 is just still too low. But in this case, if your legs are gassing out and you're hitting that lactic acid threshold, there's a lot less you can do in the mountain to be able to push through it or continue. So that's what a lot of our training is going to be focused on, is getting elevation put in. So on the body weight side, we've built up to 2 sets of 10 minutes, and every minute you're going to do 10 step-ups, staying on one leg and then switch to the other leg. So you're doing 20 step-ups per minute, which gives you about, on a 24-inch box, 2 feet. Every step-up is 2 feet. So then that means that you're going to get 400 feet of elevation gain in 10 minutes, which is pretty aggressive because you could technically do that for an hour, and then that's going to give you 6 times 400, which is going to be 2,400 feet in 1 hour. So it's a very fast pace. So we've done our first set, but in this case, we are essentially upping the load and we're bringing down the reps. So I started at 7 reps, felt like I was kind of starting to get a bit over fatigued, so I dropped it down to 5 reps. So I did 4 sets of 7 reps, and then I got 6 sets of 5 to 6 reps. So before season, last year I was hitting 7 reps per leg very consistently with 45 pounds in the backpack. Backpack weighs 7, so we got 52 pounds on the back. Whenever I'm jumping up weight, I naturally just let the reps fall off, and you're just trying to maintain a constant pace for this. So we're going to do the entire workout on this video. We're going to fast forward most of it, and then we're going to wrap up at the end of it. It's 93 degrees out right now and very humid, so it's definitely not the easiest of conditions. We're drinking water, getting salt in us before we started the training session. We've been having some issues on the step down portion, actually, with our calf and with our foot taking too much impact. So we're switching over to bare feet this time to see if we can't soften that. And we've also thrown in a 3/4 inch chunk of rubber to step down onto, just to cushion us from the concrete. So that said, this is what we found to be most effective for small areas and for when you just don't want to go away from home in order to get your training done here. So it's going to be a little challenging for me to tell my timing on this, since I only have the clock on the actual phone. So we're just going to kind of take it one chunk at a time here, and we may have to do some step downs and check and see how we're doing on time, but we'll see if we can't adjust that to be the max, but don't think we can. So all right, here we go. Just gonna crank out 10 sets in this case. We're not gonna be precise on our minute breaks like we normally are, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Now sometimes you're also going to want to train without the belt on, so you're ready, just all load on your shoulders. A lot of times I have equipment failure in the backcountry, break a strap, not be able to use that. So mixing it up is key to being ready. Two. Also throw in some donkey calf raises, hit the calves as well. Let's see. Two more. I'm gonna try to finish strong with 6 rep sets. So next session, since we're getting mixes of 7, 5s, and 6s per set, we're gonna try to ramp that up and get sets of at least 6 every set. Week after that, 7. Week after that, get to 8. And then just keep building, you know, hold 8 for a week or 2 once we get there. It's pretty fast pace. And then we'll try and push straight from 8 to 10, you know. Not much difference in those at that point because you're able to rebound off your lower leg, kind of bounce off. But we gotta let the joints and the muscles get used to this load first. Kind of get a little adaptation period in before we start pushing the pace and pushing the reps up. Whew. All right, I believe that's 10 sets. If it's not, well, you can tell how counting gets when you're pushing the total repetitions like this. Pretty brutal. But as you can see, doesn't require much. Just something to step up on. Some weight. If you want to make it harder, you can carry a kettlebell during it, shoulder it, however you want to train, you can do it. Or just body weight. More sets, more reps. Get 30 minutes in, solid body weight. Anyways, we've knocked out 20 minutes of cardio for today. The main thing for me is just being consistent. If I can nail out these workouts, then like automatically the performance is gonna be there. Don't have to push all the way to broke every time. You wanna leave a nice recovery window so you're not overly taxed. You move straight into the next training session without getting too fatigued. So anyways, if you guys found this helpful, give me a thumbs up and like the channel and follow. See you guys next time. Bye.